Hi to anyone that is here with me. Thank you for joining. I am Athina and welcome to my channel. I wanted to film this for a long time again, but I am glad I am doing it. And I am gonna speak about some lessons I've learned in 26 years of my life. I just turned 26 in January. And these are some things that I've learned or discovered through experience or through the knowledge I'm getting from reading. I love reading books, so yeah, I will share this with you and I hope this helps in one way or another. So basically, I have the notes here with me so I don't forget anything. Number one is detachment. When you master detachment, you will start mastering yourself. So detachment for me is the biggest form of liberation. When you detach from places, when you detach from people, relationships, and this is especially for things that are not really serving you, because if something is really uplifting you, you shouldn't detach, but also we shouldn't attach so much into something outside of ourselves, because it's like we're giving our power away. So basically, detachment is the biggest freedom. It's like stepping into the unknown from things that you have known for so long and you have built a whole identity around. When you detach now from these places and people and situations, you create space for yourself to create and to recreate you. And that is why for me it's so important to detach, and basically that is how you allow the fullest version of yourself to unfold. Yeah. Number 2 out of the 10 lessons is that wrong decision is better than indecision. So basically, my whole life I have been so indecisive, and I think the root of this is maybe not fully trusting myself and my decisions. And for a long time I kept thinking about how my decisions will affect the other people around me. But if your decision is not hurting anyone around you, then why not go for that thing? So basically, being indecisive, I've been indecisive for one particular thing in my life for the last 3 years, and I'm thinking that if I just made a decision instead of being stuck in the same place, if you just make a decision, it's better to see and figure out whether that decision is right or wrong. Because when you stay indecisive, you stay stagnant, you feel stuck. It's nice when there is flow, and when you're so indecisive about things, there is no flow in your life. So I just want to encourage everyone that there's no wrong decision. I don't think there is a wrong decision, but making the wrong decision is better than just keep staying in indecisiveness. So yeah. Number 3 is invest in good friendships. So I don't know what I would do without my friends. I am so grateful for my friends and having them in my life. I just believe that friendships is one of the biggest assets in your life. Those people are the ones that you will speak your mind and you will speak your heart into. They are here to support you during hard times. They are here to be there with you during happy times, and the same as you for them. And that I will have my friends for the rest of my life is just making the quality of my life so much better. So investing in relationships that will stay for the rest of your life is a good investment. Okay, number 4 is that you must practice self-love. And I was a people pleaser for a long time, and I am still working on it. So how I am overcoming these traits, these people pleasing traits, is only by loving myself, by understanding where things are coming from. Because when you love yourself, you're willing to understand yourself, you're willing to become better. And the self-love is just the umbrella of all these things. You are patient with yourself, and you want to see better for yourself. So basically, practicing self-love, practicing self-care, sitting with yourself, allowing your emotions without any judgment is just something that is healing my inner child. Honestly, the number one thing that has helped me get through situations, self-love, and starting to put myself first for me. Because when you're your happiest version of yourself, your best self, that is how you're doing the best service to the people around you. This is the best gift that you can give to anyone that is around you. Being the best version of yourself, being your happiest self. And yes, in this way you will attract all the good stuff. Number five is that things and situations and experiences are temporary. Everything is temporary, and a lot of people in your life are temporary. So I don't want to get too deep, but this life is temporary. So we came into this life and we will leave. What we're experiencing here is only temporary. The only certain thing for everyone is that we will leave this earth. So me keeping in my mind this bigger picture and having this life perspective is allowing me to be a little bit more unbothered, and it's also healing all my limiting beliefs, because everything is temporary. That shouldn't mean that you should hurt anyone, because how you live your life here on this earth is still important. And having this perspective, it's so that it's pushing us towards the things that we want most in life. Just reminding that life is temporary, and that you don't want to come into the end of your life, which we don't even know when that will be, but assuming that is when we are at our old age, we don't want to go there with regrets. So remembering that everything is temporary, the good moments are temporary, the bad moments are temporary, and just seeing everything, observing and smiling at things, and keeping in our mind the bigger picture, it's something that is helping me go through life. Number six is say less than necessary. So this is also something that I've learned from the 28 laws of power from Robert Greene. So basically, I'm also someone that doesn't speak a lot. I do not overshare with people, and saying less than necessary, there is so much value in that, because when you're open into listening to the other person, you will always learn something. But when you speak, you will only repeat the things that you already know. I'm not saying now that self-expression isn't important, because expressing yourself is one of the most important things, but listening to other perspectives and listening not to react, but listening to other people, you're more likely to learn something, not necessarily something that is valuable for you, but that is still a lesson. And also, talk is cheap, so oversharing your life, it's something that is so unattractive, basically, because you don't keep the mystery in you. Imagine like meeting someone for the first time in your life and you start oversharing the most vulnerable things. We shouldn't do that, because basically we are giving our power away, and also we are showing other people where it's the weakest spot for them to attack. So yes, that is a good one. Number 7 is the way you treat yourself is the way that other people will treat you. This is a big one, because having self-respect, you realize that when you have that self-respect, other people will also respect you. When you are, and I will go again back into the people pleasing, when you're someone that always is available for the other person, and it's having all these people pleasing traits, the other person won't respect you. Your focus and your time is your most valuable currency in your life, and giving giving it so easily and effortlessly, you're losing value when you do that. So yeah, the way you treat yourself is a reflection of how other people will treat you. And this is why we should learn to treat ourselves with love, respect, self-trust. Give it to yourself first before you give all these things to someone else. It's almost like, I like using this example, it's almost like you're going into a friend's place and you see that that friend is so messy, right? So messy, like everything is scattered, you can barely walk into that space. Would you actually be mindful into keeping their space clean when you see that they by themselves are keeping that space so messy and scattered? You wouldn't really mind to just keep the mess. But when you go into a friend's house and their house is so clean, so tidy, everything has its place, you're gonna treat it the same way. You're not gonna get a tissue and just leave it there, because you see how the other person is respecting their place and you will respect it too. It is the same for your own self. So yeah. Number 8 is what you water grows. So where we put our focus on, again, our focus and our energy is our biggest currency, and where we put that focus on, this is what we will see. This is what will appear in our reality, and this is what will form our reality, basically. So I know we can't be positive 24/7. Just keep in mind that what you water grows, like a plant. So when we have that knowledge, we are more mindful about where to place our focus, basically. You don't just want to keep placing your focus into negative things, because these are the things that you will attract in your life. Number 9. I have some few more, but I will just keep it to 10. So number 9 is keep your space organized. This might sound very simple, but it's so profound. When you keep your space clean, this means that you will have a clean state of mind. It's what they say, that cleanliness is next to godliness. This is so true, because a cluttered space is a cluttered mind. Your space is so many times the reflection of the state of your mind. So when you make the effort to clean your space, this is also like a cleansing to your mind. All these objects around are carrying a form of energy. They might actually be denser. You might feel heavier in a space that is so cluttered, and you're more willing to do things when you have an organized space. You're more willing to invite friends. You're more willing to find clothes that you thought you never had. You're more willing to cook a nice meal. It can just change so much in your day and in your life, and it is such a good habit to have, to keep your space clean and tidy. So yes, number 10 is that you will see magic when you actually believe in it. I am someone that finds beauty in everything and everyone, and I just see so much magic in this life. This life is not just, we're humans, and it's not just only science. Science is just a tiny, tiny part of what all this is, and I just find so much magic into this life, into this world. And when you're focused into the magic that this world has, you will find it in every little thing. And I want to finish by reading something so nice and sweet. This is from the book Lunar Living, but this is an extract from The Mean Pins by Roald Dahl. So yeah. And above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. This is so good, and it's touched me when I read it, so I keep reading it. Thank you for watching. I am going to make more videos soon. Thank you for tuning in. Love.